people, you just a paintbrush girl. Like I'm telling you, man, beautiful.
Yes. So, for right now, I'm gonna double check after she comes up, but just to see because we have two other poets that were not able to come in, but this next poet, this fellow Leo queen, ah, CeCe, bring them
Ah,
up,
the
bring
CC.
them up. She
Oh,
about to
all
align us.
right.
I'm telling you. Oh, yes, she's about to get us all aligned. That's right.
Another one from the
Oh.
West Coast that I happened to meet. How you doing, young lady?
I'm well. I'm actually, me and Lonnie actually only live 15 minutes away from each other, and we've never met. And I'm very sad about that.
We got to make something happen. We got to make something happen. So
Yes.
Cece, when I started watching her poetry, from her poetry, her singing, her creativity, her humor. I think it was your video that you did. It was an astronaut, the video, that one you did. That video. And ever since then, I'm like, I need to know who she is. I need to know. And when you did your own music video, or you had your first music video come out, and just watching that, it was beautiful to see you speak so spiritually. And I just fell in love with your whole connection. So I'm thankful for you too, Queen. I'm so grateful for you. And Leo gang all day. Leo gang, you know. But yeah, let them know how you fell in love with poetry or how poetry helped you or came to you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your words. They mean everything. Like you are, well, she's like my right hand right here. Um, so poetry came into my life. Well, writing came into my life. I've been writing since I was about 6. I've been reading since I was 4. My parents were killed in a car accident that I was involved in Christmas Eve of 1994. And I was adopted by my aunt and uncle who raised me. And it took me about 2 years after the physical aspect of healing through. I was at Johns Hopkins Hospital for about a year. So after I was adopted, I didn't understand what dead meant. And when I did, it was 2 years after the fact. And I kind of went into shock. And I didn't want to communicate or. And they offered me a pen and a paper. And so I was inspired by Dr. Seuss, and I said, "What? He made that word up? That ain't even a real word, and he made it flow." So then I kind of put 2 and 2 together, but I actually didn't start sharing my poetry until 2020. It was my New Year's resolution to compete in a poetry slam, and I actually placed 4th in my very first one. And it just kind of grew from there.
That is so beautiful, so beautiful. And I'm thankful for you. I really am. I truly am. Um, let's get them getting to know you. Go ahead and you got the floor, Queen. Let them know what you got. Get this first piece.
Okay. Since I was like, on the end, I was like, okay, I changed my mind like 18 times because I was like, oh, that was fire. Oh, that was even more fire. Oh, that was fire, fire. So I'm going to share one of the most prolific pieces I've ever written. It's called Demon Speaking. Now, this is a spoken word. It's actually like a poetic skit, and it is over tracking. So it's royalty free, but I don't own the rights. I'm just mentioning that. So it will be in the background because it feeds the context. And this is a trigger
If
warning.
I would say I don't want it to get blocked, so you might not want to do the music. YouTube is funny about using other people's music.
This one is actually it's considered free, royalty free. So it's actually already put into the YouTube database because I know the producer. So he's already kind of like gave me the okay to use it because it's free. It's completely free, royalty free, no copyright.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna trust you on that because I know that's what you do. You got the
Okay,
floor.
here we go. This is called Demon Speaking. Her demons kept speaking as feelings grew of entrapment within her. Who could help her? Well, she can't help her. The demons keep whispering, and she's forced to keep listening. But they are no longer whispering because they are screaming. She has nowhere to unfurl her overflowing mental that drains so slow, in the flow that only pours as her voices only grow. In her world, she wishes to let go. The internal comments go on more than they stop, placed into her deep, even more they creep. Will somebody please stop the whispering? These thoughts can be such porous things that seep, labeled a ball of lightning, darkness so blightening, drowning every prospect of escaping her portal. She feels like she is unliving while living in this dark place of constant hiding. She wishes she could ask somebody to help her, to make it through another day for another option. Battered by the hands of her portal's gateway, she offered just a damaged life with an emotionless world in which she grew up to stay in that aching rapport in which she was exposed, but this time she had this illusion of love. Struggling to suffer through another day, she wants the days and the nights to both go away. And nothing special about you, the abusers would say. Nothing special about you to live another day. Countless miscarriages offers more than countless empty carriages. And beatings, never hesitant with the closed fists and the backhands and the bruises left as a kiss by him to her, just to release his rage as he himself was never okay. His porter had incest projected torture. As his father touched him in the places that don't show, it didn't mean that his scars were invisible. This activated lifelong trauma touched deep within the persona of a ticking time bomb. Though the scars were inflicted in a time and a place of the unseen, it didn't mean that he too was living a life filled without suffering. He was suffering same as she, and his need to release was to avoid the feeling that he hated, was when he felt like he was nothing. Pay attention to me, was his demanded policy. Like each touch time he wanted to scream on her, he would beat. She was suffering because he hated the feeling of being nothing, unheard, unseen. She wanted love, and he wanted control, and they both needed help to stop the pain they didn't want to feel anymore. Using love like the childhood lore, touching father and the urges that kept coming on strong. Wasn't love or given anything to nourish the soul, which could have stopped the problem from the get-go. Father was now looking to redeem his soul, as pancreatic cancer was going to be the one in control, as it was stage 4. So son visiting was limiting, but nothing ever stopped father now, did it? Walking into the house, the temperature was cold and the silence was loud, wanting to restore blessings and make amends, only for him to have this blood aroma fill his nostrils, frozen by the piercing sight of his son's dead eyes, cold, stale like the room in which father stood frozen in time. Aroma of gunpowder like the 4th of July, noticing sheets with no signs of life hiding beneath. He pulled the sheet over, as he only seen the hair under the blood-soaked cotton blend. And she lay there, with 4 bullets lodged within her head. Murder-suicide took away any chance to heal the internalized trauma. And it all started with the father that led into the murderous monster that lived among the 1, 2, 3 of them. So if there's anything that you can take from such a tragedy, is a lesson that nothing is more transferable than trauma.
Woo-hoo-hoo. What?
Wow. I saw, again, I don't know if you can see what your colleagues were saying, but they were definitely making comments. You'll go back and see it. I love the way that you add music to it. It definitely does give it a flow. Just keep in mind, though, I know for me, because I do cross marketing on different platforms, and it's crazy, though, even with Meta, even though Meta is Instagram and Facebook, I can take something that's approved and it says it's approved, but then they'll still block it. So be careful. So I would suggest in doing something
I have
like
a licensing. I have a licensing too as well that like allots me certain things because I'm already in like their system for copywritten because I'm an artist.
Okay,
that has,
cool.
Like, yeah, so I'll send you, and I know all of the verbatim terms for each platform that you need.
Oh, perfect. So then that's good because I definitely want to make sure that they don't cut you out. So I'm excited. So Lene, what you think, man? Oh my goodness.
I was bopping the whole time, and your timing on everything, especially at the end when you were like 1, I was like, it was like you grabbed me right there. And oh my gosh, CeCe, I love that one. I love that one. Woo!
Thank you.
Round of applause. Thank you so much, Queen. And I'll see you in a little bit for your next one. I cannot wait for your next one.
Love.
Woo-wee. Oh
Wow.
my
They,
God.
everybody has